Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Last time, we returned the Skykeep down to the surface world, making the sealed temple whole once again, and bringing an end to demise. Our victory was short-lived. Girahim took Zelda through the Gate of Time and hopes to resurrect the Demon King in the past, undoing all that we have done on our journey. This time, we'll enter the sealed temple and go after him. Before we go back, I have done some last-minute preparations. I deposited my quiver, my bomb bag, and my seed satchel, and opted to go for my potion medal, my 2 life medals, because why wouldn't I have more maximum health? I upgraded our long overdue to be drunken heart potion into a heart potion plus. This is a full heal that can be used twice per bottle. Grabbed my 2 fairies, and I also grabbed a stamina potion plus. I think these are all excellent things to have with you. A lot of people recommend taking a guardian potion with you, and that is indeed a wonderful item to have going forward. But I'm personally not going to do it because I do feel like it takes a bit of the fun out of things. You gotta chase after that creep, Link. Zelda's counting on you. With Groose by our side, how can we lose? For Zelda to be taken from us at a time like this, it is unthinkable. Link, listen to me. You must do whatever it takes to prevent the resurrection of demise in the past. Quickly now, open the Gate of Time and return to the past. There is an obvious pun. I won't make it. Link, it's Girahim. He appeared out of thin air and got the drop on me. Don't worry about me. You must chase after him. He ran through the great doors at the front of the temple. You may yet catch him before it's too late. Hurry! We won't be late this time. We got our potions, we got everything we need. We're going out. Hear me, my hordes! The spell is nearly complete. The Demon King returns. Until then, you will keep that whelp from interfering with my ritual. I don't care if the whole lot of you gets lodged at the end of his blade. You will buy me the time I need. Do not fear him. Fear my wrath if you fail me. We're forced to take the long way around. This is why I wanted my stamina potion plus. We can spin attack to our heart's content dealing with these hordes of enemies. You just want to run past them. No need for these stamina fruits. Might as well roll all you can, getting down there as fast as we, well, possibly can. As we keep going, though, things get a little bit harder to move forward. There are a lot of these guys. And not only that, but we'll run into these gates and we cannot destroy them until we have dealt with all the enemies in the area. This is why you want to be able to spin attack as much as you can. And this right here, Girahim just going off the deep end like he is. This guy does everything in his power to stop you. A big criticism that people had had with the series for a long time when this happened was that the villains felt kind of incompetent or that maybe they weren't doing all they could to stop you. No, Girahim definitely does. Early in the journey, he does let us live before he's aware of what a threat we are, but he really tries. And right here, this is just nuts, unlike anything we have ever seen up to this point. He's a fun villain. He brings so much of it to life, and it's yet another shining example of how the characters are what makes Skyward Sword what it is. The presentation of the story is also up there, but the characters just so good. Got some bokoblins that are carrying some bombs. Those can have friendly fire. Dealt with that moblin right there really easily because of that guy carrying the bomb. I just recommend that you run past them whenever you hit one of these gates, then deal with the horde of enemies. Out of the way of the moblins when they drop down. And you look like you're the last one to have a one-on-one duel with me. Too bad for you. Got some moblin, thank God it's not moblin archers. That would be quite a pain indeed. Got some bokoblin archers. We can just keep running past them. Roll, hopefully avoid these. Get the drop on them. There's some bombers. If it's anything like last time, we should be pretty close to the end. Wow, that was a ripoff. Yeah, they just summoned one blue guy. Don't underestimate him. He has the supernatural ability to just travel into the walls, and he runs ridiculously fast. I don't know what it is with this guy, but for just being an ordinary blue bokoblin, he's like some kind of super soldier, like a one-man army. I don't get it. It's very random. You can't use finishers on him, and he's the only one of his kind like this. There's never another time where a blue bokoblin is that tough. It kind of makes me wonder if he was intended to be a unique type of enemy that we hadn't seen up to this point or something to that effect, but he's not. These guys with flutes that lead a charge are quite awesome. They don't always do it, so we might not get to hear it today. They will sometimes play the sound of the flute from A Link to the Past. If that guy did it, I was talking over it, so I'm very sorry, though, but I wanted to bring attention to that because it's kind of a funny little detail. We're almost to the end, though. Got 2 Stalfos and a buttload of bokoblins. Usually, I just kind of focus on the bokoblins themselves. Ooh, no, not quite. Actually took some damage right there. Remember that you have your spin attacks. Deal with these guys as quickly as you can. Come on. Oh, got him. Took him out. You. And you. The guy with the horn is the last one. He tried to escape with his life, too. None of these guys can drop any collectibles as far as I am aware. Their horns just dematerialize as soon as they hit the ground. So don't have to worry about any redundant explanations interrupting your progress. Just get down there. Looks like that was the last line of defense. Just a straight shot now. I love you, Potion Metal. I'm pretty sure that I'd be out of spin attacks by this point had it not been for you. Boom. Boom. Gonna take this health. And that's that. You're far too quick, boy. I realize a simple child like you knows nothing of magic, but spells like this take time and a steady hand. Can't you wait quietly like a good boy? You petulant brat. You've pushed me too far. I've waited my whole existence for this. This is my moment. You know what? Fine! If you're so intent on hurrying to your grave, I'll be happy to show you the way. This time, there will be no heroic escape. I was a fool to toy with you and let you walk away with your life before. But I won't make that mistake again. That I promise. If only I'd put you in your place from the very beginning. Show a human a little mercy, and next thing you know, he thinks himself your equal. Given my situation, I had to maintain some semblance of dignity, so I let you run with your life. Twice even. Such a guilty pleasure. But instead of scurrying away like any creature with a basic instinct to survive, you just kept coming back. Again, and again, and again. I've let a mere boy make a fool of me for the last time. You stand before a demon, or should I say, a weapon without mercy. For you, boy, I've prepared a most appropriate and humiliating death. I even have a pet name for it. I call it the Endless Plunge. First, I will take my time bludgeoning you, and when I grow bored of it, I will drive you to the edge and deliver a last strike to send you falling to your doom. I'll delight in casting your body into this pit and snuffing out the flame of your life. Your broken body will serve as fine sustenance for the Demon King. Girahim is no pushover. He will not flinch from your attacks any longer. You need to shield bash him, stun him for a moment, and use that time to push him near the edge before he is able to do the same for you. You're basically sumo wrestling with the guy. Once you push him to the edge, you can do the biggest finishing strike we've had up to this point. And just the whole atmosphere of this fight, the moment when you realize that he is Demise's Fi, the fact that he himself is a living sword, he even has the same hairstyle as Fi in this form. Just a small detail and something that is amazing. I think it makes great sense too. Though I do have to wonder what would have happened if the roles were reversed, if Girahim was all robotic and I calculated 95% chance that you will not be escaping with your life, and then for instance, if Fi was all sassy and like, oh, are you gonna take that from the master? No, you don't. You use me to bludgeon every bit of life out of them. I've seen people bring this up before, and it's definitely not my own idea, but it's just something I do wonder about from time to time. Because every appearance of Girahim, he is a joy to watch. I love this guy. Into phase 2, he draws his sword, just like before, counterattack him. You want to stab right into his heart now that it is exposed. Stab. Okay, I'm gonna say this straight up right now, I apologize in advance. I might love Girahim, but I am trash at this fight. For whatever reason, even though you're supposed to stab after doing the shield bash here so he won't parry you, I always somehow do a spin attack. I'm not shaking the nunchuck, not doing anything of the sort, doing things just as I'm supposed to, yet for some reason, it's always been like that for me. Anytime I've ever done this, I will do a spin attack without meaning to. If you're quick, you can get in 2 stabs onto his heart, like that. It's not the easiest thing in the world, though. Luckily, he doesn't do combo attacks, so if you just hold up your Hylian shield, you will be fine, won't take any damage. You wretched brat! We haven't seen him draw a blade quite that big before. When you stun him, he's gonna use a sword to protect himself. I recommend not doing spin attacks. If you do that, he will move his sword and he will be able to parry you because you're still automatically hitting him in the process. Just take it slow, hit his sword as he protects himself. Oh, barely got out of the way of that in time. And you just have to destroy the sword, reaching its core, hitting it with one of your sword slashes. Okay, so he protects there, just take it slow. Keep hitting it from the same side, no matter how he does it. There you go. That is what you gotta do. Take your time with it. He will protect for a little while. Upward, side, down, up top. There we go. This is preposterous. Driven to my knees by a simple child of man. Laughable. No matter how many times we clash, I can't prevail. You think I can't defeat you? You think I can't win? Boy, what are you? But never mind that. Victory is still mine to savor. While we fought, the ritual I started continued. At last it's complete! The Demon King shall devour the soul of the goddess and resurrect in his full glory. Welcome back to us, Master. So you are the chosen knight of the goddess. Intriguing. The goddess lowered herself to a mortal existence to keep me imprisoned. How pathetic. This bag of flesh pales in comparison to the magnificence of her previous form. Don't worry, Link! Groose has got this! Link, I caught her! She's okay! So you and that other human would stand before obliteration to aid the goddess, would you? How curious. The humans I've known were weak things, hardly more than insects shivering under rocks and ready to flee at a mere glimpse of me. When last I walked this world, they did little more than scream and cling to their goddess, mewling and praying, counting on her to protect them. How amusing to think those cowards begot someone like you. You grow more fascinating by the second, human. I never imagined I'd meet one of your kind who wished to stand against me in battle. Very well then. I shall prepare a place for us where we will not be bothered by distractions. If you still have the courage to face me, seek me there. Link! It's all on you! Oh, and listen up! Granny had some info for you! The old girl says it'll take time for that grease wand to absorb Zelda's soul completely! If you can take him down before her soul gets all sucked up into that thing, you might still have a chance! I know you can do it. So, yeah, you gotta do this! You're all Zelda's got! You gotta make this happen! If you fear for your life, do not follow me. You can spend what little time your world has left cowering and crying, as befits your kind. But if you truly desire to raise your blade against the world I would build, come for me. I have waited eons to return. I can spare a few more moments to let you decide. It's up to you now, Link.